Tracy.
And I'm Andy.
And we are so close to the end.
We're down to the final three. Final three.
We gotta get right to it.
Yes.
But you know him. You love him.
Third permanent host! Corey P. Corey, get in here. All right, where are we at?
You guys.
Final three.
We're in Peru.
Sexy Peru.
Can I just say that Peru looked very amazing.
Yes,
I was
exotic.
Romantic, it was scenic.
Okay, you guys, so we had this was the fantasy suite date,
Yeah,
which was
of
one of
course.
my favorite
Always.
episodes
Really
always.
took
Other than the
advantage of
tell-all
that.
episodes,
Yes,
the fantasy
yes.
dates.
It's always good
yep.
because it's either a make or break. So the first date was Kindle. And it was coming off of like a weird last date where he pulled her aside and decided to keep her.
It wasn't surprising that they were the first date of the episode.
I agree.
You figured.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I feel
Following
like
up on
you
where they left
assume
off.
you're gonna
Yeah.
build also.
Yeah,
Like,
let's
you
get the
assume
biggest question mark out of the way.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So they go and they do these dune buggies and the sandboarding, which by the way, I was like, sign me up.
Done. The whole time I kept thinking it felt like they were on like a friend date.
Yeah.
Like, or that they were just someone who,
It was an activity, not a date.
yeah.
There wasn't a lot of depth.
It was
No,
more like,
zero.
hey, when in Peru, these are the things you can do.
Right.
Yeah,
But they
for
had
sure.
fun. I mean, they're
Yeah.
cute. I like Kendall, and that's the thing that's hard about this is that I like her, and he
Yeah.
likes
We've
her.
grown to like her. I
Right.
don't think we liked her in the
I
beginning.
agree.
Well, so then at dinner, she's like building up, and she's like, oh, I don't know if I'm gonna say it, and then she finally says, I'm falling in love with you, which it's so sad because, you know, for her it was such a big deal, but what she doesn't realize
Yeah.
is that the other two are saying, I love you, not just I'm falling, so she
Yeah.
doesn't realize that she's so behind.
But I think she's saying it because she wants to get there more than she actually is getting there.
So we get to the fantasy suite part. He pulls out the card and they decide to go. She like again kind of analyzes the
Yeah.
situation. Is like, no, I think after today I'm ready to go. So they go. They make out. They do the whole fantasy suite thing. They even made a weird comment. She was like, I think after last night we really bonded emotionally. And he was like, and physically.
Oh, I know.
I was like,
And I'm like,
oh, come on. But so then we go on to Lauren B's. You guys, I know that she's probably gonna win. Like she probably is gonna win, and I cannot with
Well,
her.
because here's the thing, their chemistry is so weird, but they have chemistry for two people who seem like they could have no chemistry with anyone.
They're like on the plane, and it's even awkward then. I will have to say, the most distracted I've ever been in an episode of the entire series of The Bachelor was this time, because they rarely use a popular music cue.
Oh, I know.
And suddenly we start to hear, how do I live without
But
you?
I was waiting for them to like walk around the corner and see an up and coming
No, me
Nashville
too.
artist.
No,
but no.
The important thing to
like-
take away from this was that at dinner, Lauren B says I love you, and Ari says I love you back.
Which I was not expecting.
Me
No.
neither. Like I thought he was gonna stick to his like I'm falling for you lines, but he just went for
No,
it
he
and
said,
said
"I
I love you.
He's
I
been
thought it
really
was
good at
wrapped right
tiptoeing
then.
around.
I was thinking the whole time, oh, poor Becca K, because he just said I love you to her.
I know.
And now Becca K is probably getting so excited, but then he pulled a classic Ben Higgins double I love you.
Which I was not expecting.
I love the Ben
Me neither.
Higgins note.
Remember how much trouble Ben got in for saying I love you to
And
two women? And I think that the producers were like, we don't have enough drama, and maybe asked him, would you be willing to say that? Because remember, Ben Higgins was the same way. There was no drama, and then suddenly he says double I love you. So anyway, Becca K and he go on this date. This really fun date. They go into this like cool tent and like it looked beautiful.
Wait,
Arabian Nights in
which,
Peru.
by the way, their fantasy suite, it's a fantasy tent.
Yeah, it's a fantasy.
It's a fantasy
It was
tent. And in that
literally
moment I
like-
wrote down, nope.
Here's the thing. He seemed
Yeah.
more into Becca K, at least at this point, than he was into Lauren B.
Really?
Did you not think so?
I was like, oh, Lauren's got it wrapped.
Well, see, I just thought that he was so unsure because he hated how like inside herself Lauren B was.
Yeah.
Like she was just so in her head and like couldn't open up and couldn't break that. But Becca K is all like, I love you, like and
Yeah,
very like
she's a lot.
affectionate. Here's what we have. At the end of these dates, he said, I love you to two different women,
Two
and
out
I'm
of three.
falling for you for the third.
And
so
3 fantasy suites.
let's have Becca's ex show up and kind of throw a wrench in things.
Can we
to
just talk
confuse
about him
us.
for a second? Okay.
You too.
Let's talk about him for a long time.
And here's the thing. You always expect the ex to show up and be like,
I
picking
want
a fight.
my-
Yeah, I want my lady.
Dramatic.
And he was like very respectful and
Yeah.
said, I've loved her for a long time, the whole thing. And I was like, he's super hot. He flew to Peru for her.
Talk to Ari first.
Yeah, he talked to Ari first. He was kind of mature about it.
Yes.
He brought cute flowers. He looks good in a suit.
He did look good
here's
in
the
a
thing.
suit.
I have a bold, it's not a prediction, it's just an ask.
Ooh.
ABC,
Interesting.
Ross should be the new Bachelor.
Oh, you did it!
Yes.
I kind of love that.
But he came
I
off.
mean-
he came
I
off.
kind
He
of
came
love
off
that.
really
Yes.
well. He came off really
I
well
know.
for being
But hold
the
on.
jilted
Oh,
lover.
I love him.
So I think they wanted to confuse us and make us think maybe she'll
didn't
go
fall
home.
for
Well, she was
though.
smart, saying you're not coming into the room.
Yeah, very
Yeah.
smart, also respectable. Roast ceremony happened, and yet again, Ari pulls Kendall aside. And to me, I was like, well, this is,
Yeah.
pull
Kiss
me
of death.
once, you know.
Pull me
Pull
twice.
me twice, I'm going home. And she, you know what, she knew. And
Yeah.
she handled it really well.
But I
thought
think
was
she
really-
knew earlier. I think she knew earlier.
She even said, I wanted to say I love you, but like I couldn't get engaged if you proposed to me tomorrow. She said that.
And I
So-
like that he didn't leave her hanging. He just went and did it and cut her
Agreed.
and then gave the roses out and the
Yeah.
ladies were like, okay, this is happening, it's over.
But here's the thing, I like Kendall enough. I hope she goes to paradise. I hope we see more of her in the Bachelor world, just because I think she's interesting. Anyway,
Yeah.
here's the thing, we're down to the final two, you guys.
Yay!
I know.
I'm excited. I really, and they.
Does anyone have a pick left?
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with Lauren B.
Okay, and you have Becca K, so I'm gonna
From
be
the get-go.
I'm gonna be the tiebreaker, and I just feel like she's more interesting, so I'm gonna go with Becca K. Can I join you?
You're there with me.
By the way,
Put her
I
there.
agree with that.
I know.
But I think he will pick the
I know,
more
because
boring
he just
option.
does- Here's what I'm excited about. Chris Harrison gave us, and I know he always does, but he gave us a tease
Oh,
that
that
made
was a
me
good
think
tease.
maybe
Yes.
something crazy really does happen.
I know.
When he
So-
walks and
That's
someone's
a good
crying.
tease.
Yeah,
Well,
it's
and
a
then
good tease.
and he's like, you've never seen anything like this. I'm like, I'm pretty sure we've seen literally
Yeah.
everything that could possibly
But
happen
then I'm
on the
like,
show.
oh, I don't
Doesn't
know.
he always
Yeah.
say that, though?
But he always says that, but I don't know. A big thanks to you guys for watching. Thank you so much. We're so excited for next week.
And don't forget to tune into our special recap tomorrow when we have Raven and Adam here in the
I
cubicle.
love them, Raven.
And comment below to tell us what you think.
I have to go back and do
Bye.
the thing on the show.
Cheers.
Woo!
Oh.
I'm fine.